with that, we are back live with Fight Night Picks. It's been a while, and we're getting ready for our May the 9th card, UFC 249. And Matt, the first fight on the card is a fight that we've already profiled in the past because this is one that was originally scheduled for the April 18th card from Fight Island, Tachi Palace, I don't know. But we have Ryan Spann taking on Sam Alvey. Matt, this is a tale of two totally different fighters because right now for Ryan Spann, he's on a 7-fight win streak. His last loss was to Carl Roberson on the first series of Dana White's Contender Series. Forced to reevaluate, goes back into LFA, becomes their light heavyweight champion, comes into Dana White's Contender Series, gets a big win over Emiliano Sordi. And so far for Ryan Spann, 3 big wins in the UFC over KSW heavyweight title challenger Luis Enrique, over some really, really good opponents. Little Nog, another one of them. And then in his last fight, a big win over Devin Clark. And for Sam Alvey, kind of on the flip side of that coin, he's on a 3-fight losing streak. Of course, you know, controversial as it was, his loss to Jimmy Crute, but another one to Little Nog. So realistically, totally different tale between these two fighters as we start our 2-minute timer for the video. And guys that are really in different spots in their career. I mean, what do you make of this fight here?
So I think the Carl Roberson loss for Ryan Spann might have been the greatest thing that ever happened to him. His first fight on a massive stage like Tuesday Contender Series, to get stopped in 15 seconds is probably the most embarrassing thing that will happen to him in his combat sports career. And ever since, he has been a man-possessed 7-fight win streak, like you had said. The majority by stoppage, too. And it's not like he only has one way to stop a fight. He can submit you on the ground. He can knock you out on the feet. He's a really well-rounded guy. And I think the size advantage that he brings into this fight is going to play a massive role because Sam Alvey, he is a 205er. He can make the weight, but he can also make 185. Ryan Spann have to cut off his left leg to make 185 pounds. So just with the skill advantage and the size advantage, I don't see how Ryan Spann can lose this fight.
And I mean, Ryan Spann to this point in his career, he just continues to gain with every single fight out there. And I mean, we had mentioned it. Like, you look at the loss for Sam Alvey to Little Nog, and you can say, all right, well, that was a really weird one at the time. And for Ryan Spann to beat Little Nog, that was, again, another really weird one. It was in Brazil as well. Ryan Spann feeding off the negativity of the crowd. But Ryan Spann is one of those guys, and we talked about in the past, the fact that Fortis MMA is building a great stable of fighters. Really Ryan Spann is definitely one of them. And for Sam Alvey, too, I mean, listen, he's coming from a great camp as well. Team Quest, gym that we've seen a lot of big fighters come from. Joe Stevenson's one that comes to mind. Dan Henderson, another one. In terms of the odds in this fight, Ryan Spann is an overwhelming favorite. He's a -400 favorite. Sam Alvey coming in at a +315 underdog. In terms of the fans over in Tapology, out of 463 votes, 90% are picking Ryan Spann to win this fight. 78% predicting him to win by KO or TKO. Do you agree with the fans and the odds makers here?
I do. I know you can't take the Nogueira fight. MMA math doesn't work, but Ryan Spann has beaten far better guys than Sam Alvey, and Sam Alvey has lost to worse guys than Ryan Spann. So just to really simplify it, the bigger, more skilled guy is probably going to beat the guy moving up in weight on a bit of a skid in his career. So this is one of my locks in the card. I'm going to be very honest. I do think Ryan Spann's going to win. I think he's going to win very convincingly as well.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan Spann, to this point in his career, like you said, a little bit of a speed bump to Carl Roberson, and yeah, it's definitely not great to lose in such emphatic fashion on such a big stage when it was the first season of Contender Series, but for Ryan Spann, just continues to gain confidence and momentum in the UFC. It's the finishes that he's been able to put on, and you look at Sam Alvey's last fight to Clidson Fajes de Abreu, that's one of those telling ones where it's a guy dropping there from 265 that never really had a speed advantage or much going on up there, and Alvey definitely didn't, you know, put on a great showing there. So I'm going to be taking Ryan Spann as well. Consider that one a lock of the night. Great card. Make sure you check out the rest of our videos for our UFC 249 playlist and stay locked in because there's 8 UFC days and 3 cards in those UFC days. It's all UFC. We're getting ready for it with Fight Night Picks. We always say, Matt, let's get into it.